I might start by saying that we understand it's really difficult for employers to find staff, whether they don't have the right skills, whether they don't have anybody in their region that they can find. So there are some free supports from the government that can actually help you with this, one of which is me, and one of which are the apprentice providers who can actually offer you free assistance in working your way through getting on a trainee or an apprentice. Ryan is from one of those apprentice providers. The other two are from SYC and from Apprenticeship Services Australia. Ryan is from MAS. So I'll get Ryan to explain a bit about how his role fits in and where an employer would even go to begin.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. So yeah, we are an Apprenticeship Connect provider contracted to DUA, the federal government here in South Australia and nationally. Our main role is to support you as the employer on the journey to undertaking your staff through apprenticeships and traineeships. The first step of that is to reach out to somebody like us to engage with a provider, and then we can get the ball rolling for you. There's a few hoops to jump through to get this all happening. The first one is to register on the My Skills portal that is facilitated by Skills SA. It's a simple registry that just lets the state government keep track of who is training what within South Australia, but nothing can happen until your business is registered on there. Once that is done, we can sit down with you and your team and do the paperwork, the formal training contract that officially makes your team a trainee or an apprentice. And then from there, we lodge that back to the government, and then away we go. Your registered training organisation of choice will come in and do a sign up as well, and then get the ball rolling on the formal part of the training. At that point, we will also run through what the financial incentives look like, if are any available, for the qualification that your team is looking to undertake. And then our secondary function, once that formal paperwork is done, is to then support along the journey. So our job is to help everybody get through to completion. That includes the trainee, that includes the employer, and that includes the RTO as well. So MAS National, we have a team of in-house social workers, psychologists and counsellors that can support any mental health issues that may arise during the duration of the traineeship. We're also there to help mediate any issues that arise between you and the training organisation, or any workplace issues. But it's our job to support and get everybody through to that qualification outcome that we're looking for, which in turn helps you have a skilled and motivated workforce.
So what sort of timeframes are we talking? If someone is day one today thinking they're going to do it and are not registered yet, how long would it take before they can have someone on deck?
Yeah, absolutely. Usually we say about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
So after engaging with a conversation with someone like myself, I can get the process started for you. Once that admin and that My Skills registration is completed and approved, we can normally have a sign up completed within about 1 to 2 weeks.
Okay, that's cool. And so if you've got an existing staff member who doesn't have a qualification but might need to upskill to continue to do their job, or they're looking at working in another part of your business, can they do one?
Absolutely. Upskilling is one of the big parts of what we do. It isn't just new workforce entrance. So highly encourage everyone to look internally, not just externally, at what qualifications might be of value to your business, and how we can also support that workforce development internally as well.
Can any qualification be a traineeship, or are there specific ones?
No, there are specific qualifications. There's the apprenticeship and traineeship pathways schedule that outlines which qualifications can be done via an apprenticeship or a traineeship here in South Australia. The good news is there's about 600 qualifications on that list. So I'm sure that I'll be able to find you something to suit your needs. But unfortunately, not every single qualification can be, but there's usually something to fit.
And you mentioned RTO, like training organisations, and earlier you've also mentioned GTOs. What's the difference?
That's a great question. There's a lot of acronyms in this industry. RTO is your registered training organisation. So they're the ones that will be delivering that vocational education. So they're the ones that will be ticking the box and making sure that you're actually qualified to do the job that you hold the certificate for. A group training organisation is a little bit different. It's a bit of a different model. Their model is, as an organisation, they will employ the trainee directly, and then they will host that trainee to you as the employer. So what that does is take away a fair bit of the admin, and they take care of payroll, of super entitlements, all that sort of thing, and you just get an invoice for the time that the trainee spends on site. So a bit of a more convenient way to go about it from an admin perspective at times, except that will incur a higher hourly rate, as you would expect.
And we talked a little bit about rates. So trainees get paid a trainee wage.
They do.
What if you're an existing employee that are upskilling? Do you stay on your same salary?
Yeah, most of the time you will stay on your same salary as long as you're still doing the requirements of that role you were doing previously. We don't comment on pay rates. We go by the award. I can point you in the right direction of the award. However, pay rates are not something that we comment on, but it is all outlined in the award that you pay under.
So there would be a lot of paperwork you mentioned that for the contract of training. So who in a business would be the ones that complete that? Is that the CEO? Is it the HR person? Is it payroll? Or who's responsible for all of that admin stuff?
Yeah, great question. Most of the time it sits in the HR department. Given the size of your business, if you do have HR, we do support a number of sole trader tradespeople and the like of that. So it's whoever in your business that usually handles things like payroll and that sort of thing. It's usually where it sits, but that can vary case to case.
And the group training model where someone gets hosted with you, what if your circumstances change and you need to downsize your business or move it somewhere else, so they can organise all that and move the training and keep them going?
Yeah, absolutely. So that is one of the beautiful things about the group training organisation model, is the flexibility that it gives you. If for that instance, maybe you do decide to downsize your business and you no longer have a need for that trainee, you can hand the trainee back to the group training organisation, and it is then their responsibility to find that trainee somewhere else to go to complete their training. So it does work well for businesses that tend to have a bit of an ebb and flow in their caseload.
And in the aged care space, a lot of roles are not full-time, they're part-time. So this can be done as a part-time?
It definitely can be done part-time. That's a great point to raise. Traineeships and apprenticeships can be undertaken either in a full-time or a part-time capacity. Unfortunately, traineeship contracts cannot be undertaken in a casual capacity.
Okay, so they've got to be an ongoing
Absolutely.
something
Yeah,
with the organisation.
That's it.
Okay. And the final thing I want to talk about is the incentives. You touched on that briefly. So there are subsidies that an employer can get if it's in a sector that's a particular sector?
Yeah, definitely. There are some financial incentives available depending on which qualification your team is undertaking. Anything on what the federal government calls the apprenticeship priority list attracts some financial incentives. The good news for the aged care sector is there's a number of qualifications that do attract that, including individual support, community services, mental health, a host of industries that are qualifications that are relevant to that industry. Those incentives can be up to $5,000 per trainee.
Okay. So it's worth looking, particularly if you're looking at upskilling, if you wanted someone to get additional mental health training, that could be a sort of win for everybody then.
Yeah, absolutely. The Cert 4 in mental health is something we're seeing a huge uptake in within the aged care space. And the beautiful thing is it attracts incentives to help offset those costs of training that trainee.
Awesome. I think we might leave it there, but it's really important that employers understand that there is free support available for this. You don't have to go it alone. You've got Ryan, you've got other apprentice providers, you've got me, and we'll make sure that our details are shared with you. So if you do want to learn more, please reach out to one of us. We really all work closely together and have a no wrong door policy, so we can certainly make sure that you get the information you need to support your workforce needs moving forward.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.